All right. What's up, everyone? Daddy Robux here, and today we are continuing our playthrough of the Ghosts of Saltmarsh. And with us today is our regular cast, and we're just going to jump right into it. All right. So at the end of the last session, you guys were on your way to a Lizardfolk nest, I believe is what they're called, and you guys were sent to go investigate the Lizardfolk's presence after discovering that the smugglers you had captured before were in some kind of trade agreement with the Lizardfolk. You guys remember finding several bars of ore that apparently were to be used for weapons, and the Council of Saltmarsh is afraid that the Lizardfolk are gearing up to attack the town. So they've asked you all to go and investigate, and you have been making your way through the marshes to the Lizardfolk camp. And the marshes are a very treacherous place. The environment is hazardous, and it's populated with monsters and other beasts. And after having to fight your way through an entire bullywug tribe, you guys were taking a long rest, and that is where we are picking up for today. With that all being said, I think we are going to start with everybody still in the Bullywug Cave. You guys are just kind of waking up from your rest. And what do you think you would be doing? It's early AM. Sun hasn't even properly broken yet. What would you guys be doing?
Mark would be writing down some things on the book he bought. Also, he would be reading his books that he brought. Just menial stuff.
Barrels would have been up very early, searching for some high spot to sit on and sipping the rest of the wine bottle that he started last session.
Okay. Reading a book, drinking some wine. Anybody else doing anything? Anybody still sleeping?
Finnegan's snoring.
Okay.
I'd try to find somewhere high and just keep a lookout.
I guess I would be digesting in tech hands since I'm an elf.
Okay.
Assuming that I was eating earlier.
Well, I heard the magic phrase. So dusk. I'm gonna say, the cave is not very large, and it's rocky terrain. So exiting the cave, you could easily find hand and footholds to climb up on top of it. And I'd imagine that you're kind of crouched up on top of this cave, kind of hand to your eyes, scanning the marsh, when you see a group of 5 lizard folk that are they're not running through the marsh so much as they are kind of like on their bellies, like slithering and sliding through the muck and brackish water. But you can see shields and spears on their backs, and they are coming towards the cave very rapidly.
If anyone is close by, I will try to whisper to them. If not, I'm going to try to grab someone's attention.
Remember, you're outside on top of the cave. Everybody else is still indoors.
Hop down really quick, run inside the cave and say, "We've got some lizards coming. Get ready."
Mark is gonna put his book away and grab his weapon and go outside the cave and get ready.
As a quick note, I'm gonna try to get back on top of the cave if I can really quick.
Sure.
Are we fighting them outside, or do we wait for them to come in?
I mean, if Dusk went outside, then I guess we should too.
Is that the consensus then? Everybody outside, weapons at the ready? Except for Finn.
Someone is sleeping.
And hiding to the best of my ability.
I'll go and kick Finnegan.
Oh,
Finnegan.
Barrels is also gonna try and hide, stay out of vision.
I'll get up and I'll find whatever weapon it is I'm using.
Okay. So you guys all exit. You have your weapons. Dusk is on top of the cave, standing there, weapon at the ready.
Trying to hide, make myself as little as possible.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check. Passive is 13, I believe. Alright, you are hidden. So these lizard folk, they come gliding through the water, and then they kind of just, with a very sudden burst of energy, they just kind of erupt from the water, leaping to their feet. And then they, in a very kind of swift motion, they pull their shields up in front of them, and their spears are pointed at you, and they begin to growl and bark at you. Does anybody speak Draconic?
Would these lights know Aquan?
Would what?
Aquan.
No, they would not. So after they kind of growl and bark at you, and they see there's no response, one of them takes a step forward and begins to speak in a very broken common. Why in marsh?
The citizens of Saltmarsh have some. They have a reason to expect that some.
Slow. Too many words. Not good.
People believe that you will attack the city.
Attack human?
You attack the human.
Attack human. And they resume to kind of growling and talking to each other once again.
This is gonna go well.
They point all their spears at you, and they make little like jabbing motions, and then the lizard folk that was talking, he points at all of you, and then he points off into the distance, and he says, "Arthur Kent."
What? Well, I trust them, and I step forward.
As you step forward, they all kind of make a little half leap backwards, and they make those jabbing motions again. Arthur Kent! No weapon!
I just waggle my flute. This isn't a weapon.
He points to the dagger in your belt. And one of the lizard folks produces a large, like, twill sack. And he holds it open in front of you.
I'll put my weapons there.
I'll put my dagger in there.
I'll do the same and put my trident in there.
Wonder if a trident can fit in a sack though.
And Barrels doesn't carry a weapon at all.
If it's too large to fit in the sack, one of the lizard folk just reaches out to take it.
Okay, I give all 5 of my weapons.
I'll clumsily also hand them the longsword that they failed to notice attached to my back.
Okay.
I'm still hiding.
Yes, you are. You're not detected.
I'll drop a dagger and the great axe.
All right. Once.
Okay, fine. I'll drop in the 18 javelins I have too.
Once they finish collecting all of your armaments, they kind of step behind you, start making those little jabbing motions again, and they start pointing off into the distance. Go! Go now!
Do we see anything in that direction?
There's like a tree line where these large marshy plants have kind of overgrown, but it's far off in the distance. You can't see beyond it.
Okay, I don't think we have any chances, and we shouldn't do anything else if we actually gave our weapons. So I would begin walking.
Yep. Just the 5 of us, cuff cuff.
Yes. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4.
That's how you count.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, we count. There are 5. Yes. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 number 2.
Just have 4 fingers or
Yes.
okay.
Three claws and a thumb, right?
Sure. Let's go with that. No. Don't think too hard.
Okay,
So,
then we
As we're marching off with them, I'll start playing a marching on my flute.
All right.
I actually bought a drum, so I'll play that too. I'll try to anyway.
So the Lizardfolk begin not so much guiding as pointing and making jabby motions with the spears. And eventually they lead you through the marsh. And you can see that eventually there's this big muddy hill that's overgrown with weeds and grasses. And one of the Lizardfolk walks up, and he kind of brushes aside a curtain of grass and weeds, revealing a set of doors that lead into this big earthy mound. And he reaches down and pulls on one of the iron rings, opening the door and revealing a staircase that leads down into the darkness. Go! In! Otto Kent!
Okay, so I'll cast dancing lights to illuminate the darkness,
Okay.
and you can see that from my arm 4 tiny insects launches, and they illuminate the way.
Okay. As your mechanical fireflies move down into into this space, you can see that the stairs go down roughly 15 feet, and then there is another set of doors at the bottom. Dusk is going. You are about 20 feet kind of lagging behind, and you see the party and the Lizardfolk walk down into the set of double doors.
I will move with them. Keep about 20, 30 feet.
Okay. So everybody should be on the new map. Although I don't remember.
Also, if it looks like anyone is about to turn my direction or see me, I'm pretty much ready to turn into a panther at any.
Okay.
This is one giant map.
Oh yes.
I was just trying to zoom out, see the scope of. We're so tiny.
Holy!
Yes, these are 10-foot squares. So Area 40. Give me 1 second. I prepped this session 2 weeks ago, and I have forgotten where they are supposed to take you. I just have to find party. There it is. Okay. Alright, so the Lizardfolk start prodding you forward, right? Door! Open door!
I mean, shouldn't you guys open the door? I
They're
mean, we are your
standing
guests,
behind you. You're in front of them, and remember they have the spears kind of pointed at you. And the corridors being only like 10 feet wide, you're kind of blocking the way to the door.
Should I kick it in or should we show respect?
Just open it.
For some reason you can't see. It's dark. Click your token and use the set light macro to do the dancing lights. Or you tried? No, maybe the API is down. Let me reset it. Good chance that if you use the macro and it didn't work, the API shit the bed.
Yeah, it's broken, I think. I can see everything.
Yeah, I just reset. You mean you can see everything? That's not an API issue. That's a you issue because you had that last week. You're gonna have to reload. Okay, so now you have to use set light. Is dancing lights in there? No, let's just use light cantrip because lazy. Okay. Everybody good?
Okay, now I see.
Alright. Door! Open door!
Mark opens door.
As the door opens, you can see that there is a hallway that branches off on your right, and it also heads forward further down. And what? Come on. They point to the straight ahead. Go there.
Oh, hi guys.
Yeah. Sometime I'll have to show you the actual maps for these. They're awful. So these maps are ones that I either find online or make myself. And because I get really frustrated with trying to get those maps to line up with these maps, I just remove the grid and like the dimensions are correct. But trying to get them to line up is a pain in the ass. Roughishly correct, I should say. So
I actually like no snapping. It seems more freer.
you know what though? It's I'm starting to like it more as well. Just because what does the grid serve in D&D? It lets us measure things, right? Gives us an idea of how big the rooms are, how far away things are. But on Roll20, we have a ruler. Like, we don't need the snapping grid, you know? Anyway, so when you get to the next intersection, big door in front of you, passageway off to left and right. And as you begin to head to the left there, Durbang, they all pull out their spears. No! Other way! To Disclaw! And they hold up their right hand. As you guys are moving through, just some description on what this kind of area looks like. All corridors here are about 10 feet wide with 12-foot high ceilings. And they are made out of it's not quite stone as it is so much just hardened clay and mud. And You can see that the mud ceilings and walls are supported with pillars of wood that are mounted on little stone pedestals to support cross beams across the ceiling. And unless otherwise stated, it is dark throughout the caverns, as the lizard folk have no real need for no, they do. Lizard folk can't see. I'm guessing there'll be torches. Yes, there are torches in other rooms, but not in the halls. And that's about that. And the lizard folk keep guiding you forward, forward. And as you pass by some of these other corridors, you can see great numbers of lizard folk here. Roughly 5 at the first intersection, another 4 at another, and some of these lizard folk in this one, they are not just like the ones that you had seen before. These ones are heavily armored and carry great deals of weapons. They're also much physically larger than the other lizard folks. And actually, as your dancing light goes in here, this one kind of swipes at it with a sword and growls in your direction. Keep go forward.
While I pass by this room, or at least this, you said the wall was like made of clay or something, right? Can I try to make a small X in it
Sure.
just to mark it away?
Imagine, yeah, it's like mud clay. You know, it's slightly hardened, but if you drag it with your fingernail, you could just kind of carve.
Yeah, just pretending to be like doing nothing, and I'm just trying to mark where.
Further, then you turn down this claw, and he holds up his left hand. No, further.
This is testing our spatial logic or something. Trying to visualize which hand he's holding up in which direction.
Yeah, follow short one.
Wait, are we still playing our instruments all the way down here?
I am.
We're just a marching band.
I mean, his token is.
Uh-huh. It's a pain managing all those dancing lights, isn't it?
Yes.
You hear a loud commotion coming from the door at the end of the hall. The lizard folks all point to the door furthest from you, and they again repeat that word. Arthur Kent!
Would I be able to deduce anything about the word? Like, is it a name or something?
You don't know Draconic. Are you gonna stop at the door, or are you just gonna walk right in?
Yeah. I'm gonna stop right here. Can I open it?
Open!
Okay.
Looking into the room, you see that this room is very, very full. You see there are 6 floor-to-ceiling pillars that kind of mark off a central area that is bare of all furniture. It's just a large open floor. And the earthen floor has been packed closer than elsewhere, as if by the passage of many feet in claw. Several wooden benches stand near the northern and southern end of the room, which are these wooden markings there. And a large mattress has been fixed to the center of the eastern wall. And attached to it is a large target dummy with the head of a fish-like creature atop of it. There are several lizardfolk practicing combat against one another or throwing javelins at the dummy. And a powerfully built and tall lizardfolk female stands with several of the heavily armored warriors. She observes the training through narrowed eyes and barks out several commands. And those standing near her are dressed differently than the other lizardfolk. They have like these long kelp like robes and skirts, and you can see that they hold staves that have a polished tooth on the end. And as you enter, the female raises her hand, and all the movement in the room stops. Enter.
Okay.
You see all the lizard folk, they kind of move in between the pillars, allowing you to walk into the chamber. And you can see that amid all of these, this guy, I know it looks like a giant lizard. It is not. This is another lizard folk. As you enter, you can hear it speaking that strange, what you now know as Draconic, as it kind of moves to the side and stands upright. And then the large female, this one here with the golden background, stands between three of the larger scaled ones, and she raises her claw and motions you forward.
Okay, as this is going on, I'm expecting them to come back, or the two guards to be coming back my way. Is this a door over on?
I don't even know where you are. Yes, it's a door.
Can I just check it and see if it's unlocked?
None of the doors are locked.
Can I try picking it?
None of the doors are locked?
Oh, none of them are locked. Okay, I'm just waiting here then, just in case. If those guards come back my way, I'm popping in
They
here.
do not. They enter the room with the rest of them, and so you're just kind of hanging out in the hall.
Yeah, I'm hanging out here. I can see them with their light going on. I'm just keeping watch, making sure no one's coming my way.
All right. The large female moves forward. She motions her claw towards all of you. Who?
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 Let the. No.
She's asking your name, sweet pig.
Mark. My name is Mark.
Fuck.
Yes.
As she says it out loud, you hear all the other lizard folk kind of parroting and echoing the word, almost like they're trying to make sense of your name with their, lizard mouths. Mock.
Mark.
And she points to Finn. Who?
I'll take a illustrious bow and I'll say, Finnegan the Third.
Fan.
Finn, for short.
Finn.
This big one here is Sweet Pea.
P.
You can call him P.
P. And they keep saying it over and over.
Well, okay.
The bird
Yeah.
is sparrows.
And then, again, same thing. They
And
just
the guy on the back is Kwanda.
she points to Quandle. Come.
Oh, I'll begin moving, but I'll stay behind the others.
She thrusts her claw out towards you one more time, and very aggressively, it's come. She moves forward, and she gets real close. Like her face is only inches away from yours, and you can feel the breath coming out of her snout as she examines you very closely. She reaches up and she touches your face. Elf?
Yes.
She grabs your arm and thrusts it up into the air. Elf! Elf! And all of the lizard folk start, they're like beating on their chest and they're roaring, Elf!
I'm looking at the others in the group without concern in my eye.
She addresses you now, and only you. Elf, why? Stop. Metal, come to Otto Kent.
The citizens in Saltmarsh believe that you are going to attack them.
Why attack Humies? Humie, no concern to mighty Otto Kent, as she gestures towards herself.
The amount of weapons you seem to have is concern to them.
Weapons. Yes.
They don't know what.
Many weapons. Otto Kent, go to war! And as she says it, all the lizard folk begin banging on their chests and roaring again.
Who is the war against?
She smiles and looks at you. Elf, no. Yes. Elf, no.
Elf, yes.
What?
Would I know anything about what they are?
I would imagine so far you have no clue what she's talking about.
I don't know what you are talking about. I don't know anything about this war.
Yes. Yes, Elf, do. It is Sawigin. They come, many numbers, going to kill, destroy everything on coast. Lizardfolk fight. Koalanith fight. Lokatha fight. Elf fight.
You fight against Sahugin?
Sahugin, yes. Enemies. Abomination. Worship shark god. Destroy.
If that is your enemy, then Elf fight.
Elf fight. Humies die, but lizard folk live.
Do you have any plans? When does the fight begin?
Many days. Less than 10, but more than 2. They come.
So, if you have nothing against the humans, is there any way we could help the humans get away from this fight.
Escape? No. Too many, too far. Fight? Maybe. But prove. Yes.
We will talk with the citizens, but
No!
yeah,
You prove.
what do you want me to do?
Lizardfolk, Kol Alnith, Lokatha, we no fight with Humi. Not without proof.
I will fight with you, with or without the humans.
Yes, yes. Elf, good. My enemy, your enemy. But them, Mak, Finn, Ninginonin, Peepee, they no friend. Prove, then fight.
They all are my friends. You should take us them.
Just because my enemy, your enemy, not your friend, my friend.
What do you need us to do to prove that we can fight against this enemy?
Othokent, no queen. We are tribe. All invest. You convince tribe that we help, then we help.
And how does one convince you that we can? I'm confused.
She raises a single claw. You get 1 day. Talk to people in tribe. Convince them we friend. Then we help Humi. If not, we go war without.
Okay, so we talk to everyone in the tribe and convince them.
Yes. 1 day.
Okay. Should I start with someone in a specific?
So she just kind of shrugs her shoulders.
Okay. How do I convince you?
Arthur Kent, you no convince. You convince tribe, you win Arthur Kent's trust.
Okay. Then I'll move to this guy right here and try to talk to him.
Okay, so mechanically, here's how this is gonna work. Okay? In order to convince the lizard folk that you guys are friendly, you have to spend a minimum of 3 hours interacting with them. And at the end of that 3 hours, you can then make a charisma check. And if you succeed, then those whatever lizard folk or Koalinth or whatever is in that room will vouch for you. And there is a point threshold that you guys are working with, and the mechanical side is that at the end of this 24 hours, you have to have a certain number of points in order to convince a lizard folk to work with you. And currently, the lizard folks, you got a couple things working for and against you. The lizard folks like Quandle because he is a sea elf, and sea elves are the mortal enemies of the Sahagin. However, you guys killed the lizard folk on the sea ghost, and the tribe knows that some of theirs were dead. So you have that working against you. That's embarrassing, right?
Okay.
Can I just get in on something?
Sure.
While this conversation was going on, can I peek in this door and see if anyone's in here?
Yeah. Opening the door. You find that this room, it looks like a large throne room. Two sets of 3 pillars flank a central area, and you can see inside this throne room there are some lizardfolk hatchlings, little babies crawling around on the floor. And inside this room, you can see there are carvings of reptiles that decorate the throne, and on the wall are several heads of different sea creatures that have been preserved as trophies. Thank you for the follow, Majin Buu. Love the name.
All right, I'll just close the door back up, and I would start working my way to go outside and hope that someone's going to come get me if if they start moving in any direction on their own, then I'm going to work my way outside and hope someone comes and gets me.
Okie doke. Alright, the rest of you. What would you like to do?
Guess we better get started, huh?
Yeah, let's explore this cave. See if anyone needs anything done. That's my
but
plan.
they're allowing us to just like run all over the place, right? It's
Yes.
not like we have
She
guard
said you
following
have
us everywhere.
one day to explore the nest and to try and convince the tribe that they should help the people of Saltmarsh.
I'm gonna stay on this room and try to convince everyone else here.
Okay. So you would like to start working in this room. That's fine.
Yeah.
So, like it said, you have to spend 3 hours negotiating with these people, trying to persuade them to join you. During that 3-hour block, what would you be doing or saying to prove to the Lizardfolk that you deserve their trust?
Barrels is there's a lot of logistics involved in living in a cave. Like food needs to go in, waste needs to go out. I'm looking for the guy that has this job.
Well, you would be making some assumptions, because these are lizard folk. They anything that's brought in for food is eaten. They don't leave any waste. And as far as using the faculties, bury it. Where is my role-playing Lizardfolk Croc Hunt roster lair?
Well, in that case, I'm
Rules of
looking for the
engagement.
kitchen.
Oh, I see. It's somewhere here. Looking for the kitchen. Well, I'm not just going to take you to the kitchen, but you are free to walk around. Is anybody going to go with Barrels? Sweet Pea?
Yeah, sure. I'll go. And if I see something interesting, I'll split it off.
Okay.
I could take 10 minutes to literally cast comprehend languages, so at least I can understand their language.
Yeah, well, you have 3 hours, right? That doesn't let you speak it, though. It just lets you understand it.
Yep.
Barrels and Sweet Pea, where are you going?
Just
Checking out
following
this
where you
room
can smell food.
first.
Alright, well, if finding the food was your intention, think you're in the right place, because here you see 5 unarmed lizard folk preparing this area for a feast, setting tables with wood and stone utensils. Several long wooden tables are placed end to end in the center of the hall, with wooden benches running along each side. At the south end of the tables is a large wooden chair. 4 slightly smaller chairs flank it, 2 on each side facing the table. Placed on the tables are pots, jars, plates, and cups made out of clay, and 5 drinking mugs and woven baskets. Against the west and eastern walls are tall wooden cupboards. And as you enter, the lizard folk all kind of stop and look at you. Yes?
Sorry, I just had this crazy idea. I go into a rage and start helping set the table.
Very furiously. "Ah!" You'll break
They're
all the
just
pots.
throwing it up everywhere.
So the one lizard folk walks up to you. Hi, me Valignant. Nice to meet. What do?
And Barrels is gonna point at himself and say in Dusklaw's voice, Barrels, no.
Yes. What do?
Need help?
Help? Yes. He points to the cupboards, and he says, inside, animal, need skin, chop. You help?
I just realized that we don't have our weapon.
You see,
Wait, did they give those back?
no, they did not. But you can see that there is cooking instruments, meat cleavers, different things that you could use if you're going to assist in helping here.
You said they were preparing a feast.
That's right. It looks like there's enough food here. You could see several, like a big pile of what appears to be steamed weeds that are just kind of piled here, and the guy over here, you see him, he's like adding like spices and stuff to this big I'm the only American in this group. Do you guys have collard greens or know of collard greens? No, I'm guessing no. Okay.
Nope.
But that's essentially what it is. The room has this very earthy kind of smell, and it's like they take these weeds that they've plucked from the marshes and they boil them and they're seasoning them. That's going to be part of the food. And then
what's the beverage situation?
There's
What
a
are the-
keg with a very, I'm gonna say, musky smelling ale that they must have fermented using the swamp waters, and you can see a large pile of unidentifiable meats and it looks like this large quantity of food. This is food for the tribe for today. Like, the entire tribe will come and eat.
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna turn to the Lizardfolk and grab into my backpack, pull out the half empty bottle of wine I still have. It's fine wine, but half empty, and I'm gonna display it to him and say, "Mighty Ottokant." For Mighty Ottokant.
Yes. He takes the bottle and places it at the head of the table where Otho Kent would sit. Come, help.
What does he want helping with?
You guys set the table, distribute portions. He puts you to work cooking some of those very earthy greens, while while Sweet Pea busies himself chopping up the different portions. I'm gonna check in with the other group. Did you guys decide how you're gonna try and convince these people to help?
I just wrote it down.
Oh, I see. I'll try talking about sparring, proving our strength, while explaining our worth in devising plans for attacking, drawing maps of the region, explaining about sea winds. Cool. Okay, so you're going to get twofold. You talk about sparring and try to prove that you're strong and sturdy adventurers, and then also try to give them a tactical advantage.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just the first 3-hour period goes by, and you three in this room, one of you, I have to find it. At the end of that time, a single character can attempt a charisma persuasion check against the DC that depends on the group or individual in question. That's information from me. Someone may help them, but if you fail, you are not able to reattempt the check in this room. That includes the person who's helping. So in this room we have Mark, we have Quandle, we have Finn. Who is making the check? Who is helping?
I'll help.
I'll make the check. It's charisma, right? Persuasion.
Charisma persuasion.
So what am I rolling? Just persuasion with advantage or on its own?
Yep. Because wait, someone is helping?
Yeah,
Matt
I
said he
am.
was helping.
$18. Okay, so let me check here. In this room we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 Lizardfolk. DC, that is a pass. So let me write that down.
Nice.
We have them, which is also a pass. Arthur seems to be really pleased with this tactical information that you've given them. And the scale shields, DC. Yep. All right. So at the end of the hour, it seems like you've won over the people in this room as Arthur Kent nods approvingly, and the rest of the Lizardfolk begin to talk excitedly using the battle information that you've provided. 3 hours goes by in this room, and with you guys assisting them, help prepare the meals, same as I just explained to them. Either Sweet Pea or Barrels needs to make a persuasion check to convince these Lizardfolk that you are on their side. And
I fear we are both pretty incompetent regarding communication and persuasion.
Yeah.
well, if one can make the roll, the other one can try to help.
Durbeck. I will help Durbeck.
All right. Yep. Persuasion.
All right, that is a failure. So the Lizardfolk are still very pleasant. We like you. You know, you good friend, but we no die for humies. That not smart.
After about 30 minutes, I would have tried to have snuck back in to see if I could find them or look for a jail.
There isn't one here. And actually, as you sneak back in, there is a large number of Lizardfolk right at the entrance, and they stop you. What doing?
I'm looking for my friend.
Friends? What friend look like?
Describe Sweet Pea, Mark, and Quandle because they're the most distinctive.
All right.
Tall, green.
Since they caught you sneaking around, then they look very disfavorably upon the group. and they escort you to the rest of the party. But then here you are. Hey, friends.
Hey guys, what's going on? I got caught.
We are trying to convince these guys to let us help them against some foe. I don't remember the name.
The Sahwagin, which
Sahwagin.
I'm assuming Quandle would be well versed with them, and he would kind of fill you in about the Swagin, the monstrous humanoid fish people who literally seek to just destroy, devour everything, everything they can. Where did everybody go?
I'm off exploring. I'm looking for a group of people who look kind of combat-y focused that I can try to prove some martial prowess.
They're all warriors. You gotta quit like jumping around, because you just traveled like 500 feet in the span of 20 seconds. Like, a group is here. If you want to go somewhere different, that's fine. But remember, we're on limited time here. All right. So you want to go in the? Nope. He walked away.
Yep.
All right. Barrels, Finn. I'm just gonna go ahead and open those doors. 8 and 7. All right. As you look into here, Barrels, this is a kitchen. Warm air wafts out, and one of them is a large fire pit in which a bed of coals is burning. And you see multiple half-cooked skinned animal carcasses impaled on spits. You can also see a door that leads to the room above, where you hear voices chattering, including that of Finn. And in here, actually, that was the description for that room. I got it mixed up. That's okay. On the floor beneath the table are some uncured hides. Beneath the table are 2 large wooden buckets. And on the south wall rests a large wooden cabinet. Shelves piled high with pots, bowls, basins, and mugs. And there are 5 lizardfolk in this room who kind of look up, and they kind of grab knives and other things that are on the table, and they look apprehensively at you as you enter. Who? Why here?
What's the woman's name? Hamotep? Imhotep? Amakan? What?
Otokent.
Otoken, friend.
You, friend?
Yes, friend. And I'll take out my trusty flute and I say, play music while cook.
So that, okay, that's what you're gonna do in this room? Alright, what about the rest of you down here?
In this room, are they preparing anything herb-based? Like herbal-based?
No, not really. You literally just sprint off again. Yeah, you in this room primarily you just see like the animal carcasses on the over the fire.
So in this room, maybe I'll try talking about how we can provide would trade with an inter.
Yep. As you're walking here, Dusk, you see that same heavily armored warrior that the party had encountered earlier. You weren't with them at the time, but he walks forward, crosses arms, and glares at you menacingly. Ugh. No trust Yumi. Kothar, think you hold us back?
I'm going to cross my arms right back and say, you don't have to trust me, but I'm not here.
But you're not. You cut off.
But I'm not human.
Look, human.
I'm gonna. I'll go full shape change.
All right. After you change your form, he kind of snorts and laughs. Shaman do same thing. Wild shapes change from lizard to animal. You not special.
You're not special either.
If I hear any of this discussion, I'm going to ask, is the shaman able to speak while in the animal shape?
Sometime depend on shaman.
Yeah, but I believe that most do not. And he can. He's not just changing his shape. This is what he is.
He kind of spits on the ground in your direction and goes back into the main chamber.
I'm just gonna keep looking around for a group of people that are armed, but yeah, a group of people that are armed.
You mean like all of them?
Yeah, but just a group.
Well, there was 5 in the chamber you just left.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I'm gonna walk in and shape change will probably drop, but start saying something along the lines of, "If I can prove I'm competent, will you support us?" And I start flexing and moving through some monk moves.
All right. So the large one, he you see him. He throws his weapons on the ground, and he approaches. And as he does, he kind of raises his fists in front of him. You prove.
Weapons or no? And I point to myself.
He put his weapons on the ground.
All right, all good. My weapon's on the ground too.
Okay. So it's not going to be an actual combat. We're not rolling initiative or doing anything like that because it'd be way too, disruptive time-wise. But it's going to be the function in the same way. Charisma check, still persuasion, but if your persuasion is high enough, you would have convinced him through your hand-to-hand combat that you are an adequate warrior and worthy of the tribe's trust.
All right, I'm going to use the luck stone on that too.
Excellent.
And you said just a persuasion?
Yes, so you would have advantage because of the luck stone. Isn't that what it does? 18. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So that'll be at the end of the 3 hours, right? Because it's 3-hour blocks, and you
Understood.
So that'll be dusk. Quandle's just kind of watching them fight. During this 3-hour block, what about Sweet Pea and Barrels? You guys aren't actually doing anything.
Yeah, explore.
All right. So before, let's have you two down here. We'll just go ahead and get this out of the way, and then we'll focus on Sweet Pea and Barrels. You're playing the flute, try and make a soothing song while they cook the meal. How was Mark helping? I forgot. Oh, you were offering trade, right? More food for the tribe?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. One of you make a persuasion check. Okay. I'm assuming Mark was helping, right?
Yeah.
Roll just one more time. Because generally, I'm assuming all of these are with advantage. All right, so 23 is a pass. And then, so now, before we wrap the second 3-hour block, Barrels and Sweet Pea, what are you doing?
I actually don't know what's it. I'll just look at this room. Maybe there's some. Nope.
This room looks like an armory. Shields of all sizes hang on the walls, javelins stick out of wooden racks, and there are 3 large wooden chests currently closed but unlocked against the eastern wall.
Okay, at least we know where to go in case of an emergency.
What's up here? In here.
Okay, inside this room is another one of the very large and heavily armored Lizardfolk. As he looks down at you, you can see there's a wooden table against the north wall set up with earthenware jug of cider and a wooden cup. A bed stands against the western wall with a brass-bound wooden chest, and a Lizardfolk warrior in scale armor sits on the bed, sharpening his sword with the whetstone. He looks towards you, and he kind of scowls. You will bow your head in my presence.
Barrels will do so.
Same here.
You are wise to show me respect. I am an elder of the tribe, a warrior. Other than Otho Kent, few in the tribe rank above me. Why have you come?
We're here to ask for help, or if you need any help, if there's anything we can do for you guys.
You will not win me over with sweet talk and play. If you wish my admiration, you want me to vote in your favor, then you must prove your worth.
What
I
is
crack my
it
knuckles.
you require?
When we first came to this lair, many moons ago, we discovered giant crocodile prowling the marsh. We have much experience with such creatures, and we thought that we could kill it, harvest its meat and scale. But our complacency was our undoing. It attacked, devoured many members of our tribe. And over the years, patrols have went missing due to this beast. We cannot attack it directly. The shamans think that the beast is sacred. I think they foolish. You destroy the croc. You will have my vote.
Won't the shamans get mad if we kill it though?
He sneers. Not if they don't find out. Even so, if the croc dies, it is no concern of mine. There would be no violation of the sacred taboo if you were to kill it on behalf of the queen. It would benefit the tribe for the devourer to be gone. It is only that we cannot strike the blow.
All right, sounds good.
All right, so
Devils is gonna say, I can try and
try and what?
well, he mentioned hunting the crocodile. That's my response. I can try anyway.
All right. You can still make a persuasion check if you're going to agree to help him for this room here.
All right.
All right. Well, that's a fail, but it doesn't matter because if you complete the quest, you still gain his vote. All right. Next 3-hour period, you guys can go continue moving, try to find another group to persuade, or you can regroup and leave. Although you have a limited time to try and persuade the Lizardfolk. I don't know if this would be a great time to go on the hunt. While you guys discuss it, I'm going to use the restroom real quick.
So I assume me and Durbak are gonna tell the rest of the group about that crocodile hunt.
Yeah, but I don't think we'll be able to make it in 24 hours.
Well, we can.
Stay here for another 3 to 6 hours and then go hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then go hunt.
Yeah, it's probably the
When
smartest thing
we
to do.
come.
So we
I
have
mean,
to
the way the math works, it's like I'm not sure how many rooms are left, but do you guys want to go just like put it all in the one guy each room and just take a shot? Then if nothing happens, we just go on the hunt anyway. So within the 3 hours, we have like how many rolls would that be? 6, as opposed to like 3 with advantage.
Well,
I
we
mean,
are all very incompetent at persuasion.
Yeah.
We need someone to help.
statistically speaking, we're fine either way. It's advantage to get the good rolls or just taking our luck and hoping for 3 good rolls anyway. So it doesn't really matter.
I'm just wondering like how far I didn't get to ask like how far away would that crocodile be? Like, do we have to spend a few hours looking for it? Since that might count against the 24-hour limit, if ever.
We can just walk back again and ask him for more information.
I'm gonna run to the washroom too, but the way I think it's gonna play out is like I think we should keep doing this and then search for the crocodile after because they said they're attacking in like 2 to 10 days, so that gives us some wiggle room.
All right.
But I'll be right back.
Yeah, I also gotta go AFK a second, like at most 2 minutes.
Are you guys? Okay. I heard. So here's the missing bit of information. You go back and you ask him, where is the devourer? He answers simply, I do not know. It travels through the marsh. He could be as close as an hour or as far away as a day. Yeah.
What?
What?
What is in this room, Daddy?
That would be the banquet hall.
Oh, okay. So, following.
That room there. That room there. Looks like a barracks. There's about a dozen straw mattresses here with a large, like, kind of banquet table in the center. And you can see that there is a number of the Lizardfolks in here. 4 of the regular ones, 1 of the heavily armored, which eventually you will learn are called scale shields. And then there is also a render, one of the giant mutated Lizardfolks.
I mean, I'm sure Mark has something to say about feather mattresses to these ones.
Oh,
He's spoken so highly about everything else that we're going into every room, like trading and foods
Yeah.
and spices.
So as you
combat.
enter, the render, the giant one, turns and looks at you. Yes. Why come?
we're trying to gain your favor. So, what do you guys value the most?
Warriors.
Well, I'm pretty strong myself.
Prove me.
Do you want to fight me? Or do you want something that I tell you? One of my account?
Yes.
Hmm?
Yes.
Yes, to which?
Bench press the giant lizard, Mark. Bench press the giant.
So can I bench press the
Sure.
giant lizard?
I don't know. What's your strength score?
I think it's 16. Yeah, 16.
Okay. So your lift then. Boo, that's not the right entry. Alright. Push drag lift is 30 times your strength score. So I'm pretty sure that would be good. Actually, no. No, if that's 480, the giant lizard is far too heavy for you to lift.
Okay, so I can't bench press him. Can I bench press the other lizards then?
Sure, but he's not very impressed by that. I mean, they are just medium. So he looks at you and he's like, "Stop playing games. How do you intend to win the war against Asagin?"
With this, and I'll snap the trident to my hand. I imagine this is stored somewhere in here, but I just poof in my hand.
Oh, that's right, arcane. Yeah. So your
Yeah.
trident appears in your hand. He kind of looks at you, mildly impressed. Just tell me more about your strange magics. And then you can regale him with stories, and I would let you roleplay that, but we only got like 20 minutes, so why don't you just go ahead and make me a roll for this 3-hour block. Which one of you is making the roll? I think you're making the roll. You did all the talking.
Yeah, I'm making the bro.
Yeah. Finn is helping.
The bro, and I assume that I have the advantage.
17. Those are all just regulars. That succeeds. They all clap and very much impressed with your story. Alright, let's check in with the rest of the group. Let's see. Sweet Pea and Dusk are back in the armory. What you doing there, guys?
What? I mean, we're not
Well,
doing anything.
I found this on my own, so I'm definitely taking a look in those chests after I check them for trap.
They wouldn't trap their own stuff in their own home and blow off one of their own faces or something.
I'm taking a peek inside of each and seeing if there's anything interesting.
As soon as I can find the appropriate... There it is. Okay, the chests contain the following between the three of them: 10 clubs, 10 longswords, 10 morning stars. That is it.
As much as I want to take all that, I'm just going to keep looking for people.
I would like to attempt to find some kind of wizard or anything.
So you're gonna look around for shamans.
Barrett's is gonna join in on that.
Let's say so.
Alright. Barrels is gonna stay
Are
with
those
him, is that
little
what I heard?
Yep.
We're gonna expedite this. Okay, fine then. You can just wander around aimlessly.
I mean, I would ask someone for the guidance. Some of the other lizards.
I was moving
Hope I
you
would find
to
action.
where you wanted to be.
I can go with Quandle if you want. I got good persuasion.
That's up to you.
So,
Do you want to stay with Quandle, or do you want to look for somewhere else?
I'll go with Quandle. Is that what we decided or not? I can't.
Well, that's only 5. Where's player number 6? Oh, why are you guys moving up there?
Looking around.
Well, no, Mark is in here until the next period.
Oh, okay. Let me just grab my...
Fuck's sake, you guys are wasting... Why? What are you doing? Like, we got 20 minutes. Can we stop? Alright. Sweet Pea,
There's
you keep
already
looking.
2 in this room.
Nope, we're doing this room. Alright, you 3 walk in, and you see again another barracks. 15 straw mattresses placed around the room, each with a small wooden chest at its foot. A long table in the center of the room with benches to each side. 4 Lizardfolk warriors are sitting cross-legged on the floor, and you can see a Lizardfolk with one of the long grass skirts is kind of standing, and it appears to be praying as it turns around and looks at the 4 of you.
Barrels is just gonna lift his hand, and you said there were torches inside the room. They were illuminated, right?
Sure.
Gonna control flame the torches a bit, make them flicker.
The shaman turns and looks at you and speaks in a very even common. Ah, I see. So, tell me your name.
I'm going to point at myself and again say in Dusklaw's voice, Barrels, no.
It is a pleasure to meet you,
I am
Barrels now.
Quandle.
Go ahead, Quandle.
I am Quandle Valianus, and I wondered if you would be interested in some spells I might have, if that's the way you cast them.
What do you mean?
And I'll show him my spellbook.
He scoffs at your book. Ha! This is not how magic is. Magic comes from God, from the earth, not from books.
I look at Bagels since he's more of that type of magic.
To get it right, you want me to show off magic, or because I cannot talk to?
Sure you can.
Okay, just gonna ask him, what is it you require?
Me? I require nothing. As I understand it, Otho Kent says you need my help. So why don't you convince me? Why should us Lizardfolk risk our lives for your human settlement?
You will have to fight the Sahagin anyway, and if you help the humans, there will be help from the humans against them.
But we already have an army. We Lizardfolk are many, and the Koalinth and the Lokatha have already conscripted to help us. Again, we are not in need of more. It is you who need our help. My brothers and sisters here, they think the humans would get in the way on the combat field.
If the humans were fighting with you, wouldn't you think that every human that dies could save one of your people? Since the Sahagin would be paying attention to something else other than you.
The shaman sneers. Are you saying we send the humans as the front line? Use them as a shield for our own people? Several of the other lizard folk in the room begin to nod. Yes, yes, I like him. He's thinking good.
I'm looking at Bagels and Dusk.
Shrug shoulders.
Same thing.
I'm not completely sure if I meant exactly that.
That's okay. It's a good idea. We'll take it. Go ahead and make your persuasion check with advantage.
So since I did the talking, I guess it's me.
Yep, and no one needs help you either. They are 100% on board with using the humans as shields. Wow. Okay. So you cannot repeat the check. Barrels or Dusk, who is also in the room, you could try as well.
With advantage?
Yep, as long as you're still pitching the use humans as shields, they are...
I have... Yeah, I have no problem with that.
That is a success. Shamans are worth more. Where is it? Here it is. Shaman is worth 10, so we have 15. It doesn't matter what your alignment is. It's that's what they took from it, not necessarily what you said. All right, and then group up there already rolled, didn't you? Yes, you succeeded.
Yes.
And then Sweet Pea was still looking around. Let's see if he finds himself in a room or not.
I'm lost. Just opening doors and looking for people.
Okay, in that room is an officer's quarter, wooden table and chair, single bed with a wooden chest at its foot.
Going down this way.
All right, if there's nothing in this room,
Alright,
we're just gonna say you kind of been fumbling through the rooms and you didn't find anything. All right, in this one, the furniture, this pleasant chamber is of very high quality compared to the rest of the warrens. A wooden table stands in the center of the room with 4 chairs around it. On a table sits a gleaming bowl. In the northeast corner is a small closed cask on which stands an unlit lantern and a goblet.
Alright. Can I go down here? Or is this closed?
Down where? No, yeah, you can go down that way.
This,
Yep, that just shows that it's going down on a decline.
oh, here's a group.
Why, yes, there is a group.
Hey, guys.
Hi. This group here are standing guard. There's an iron-bound wooden door in the southwest corner near them. And as you approach, they look uneasy as they put their hands on their weapons. State business.
Offer assistance.
How?
What do you do?
What do we do? We fight. What do you do?
I fight.
The Lizardfolk, they sheathe their weapons, and all 4 of them put up their fists.
Okay, this is not good.
Prove me.
Uh,
Prove me you fight.
Alright, let's do this.
Alright, so same as with Dusk earlier, even though you are going to be fighting the Lizardfolk, it's not going to be initiative or any of that. It's just going to be a persuasion check or I guess performance, I'll allow, to see how well you do during this sparring, this fighting. And since it is 4-on-1, just make 2 rolls. I'm not going to tell you if it's advantage or disadvantage, but just make 2 rolls and we'll see how it goes.
Which one is that? Persuasion.
Persuasion or performance?
Yeah, either one is bad.
Well, you get to choose.
Yep, 2 rolls.
Yep. All right. So 11. They look at you, and after they pummel you for a bit, you're kind of left lying on the ground, and you're not able to get your feet to stand back up and continue fighting because there's so many of them, and they kind of laugh and they sneer at you. Ha ha! Green human say he help. He no help. All right, let's do one more round of 3 hours. Go ahead and move yourselves around. Try to find another group to talk to.
I found a door that I can't get past. Can I?
Yeah, you can't move
can I
through
open
any of
it
the
up?
doors. I don't even know where you are.
I just went a little bit north of where we were.
Oh. Big room.
Holy.
This room
I'll come in here and try.
is a hustle and bustle of activity. It's very noisy. There's at least 24 lizardfolk here. Most of them adults carrying hatchlings that they are either feeding scraps of food or playing with bits of bone attached to rattles. You can tell that in this nursery There are very many lizard folks distributed through the area in small groups. Some are sleeping, others are playing, chatting, or drinking. And the room is mostly filled with several small tables and a large number of straw mattresses that are almost built up off the ground like a bassinet or a crib.
I'm going to see if they want anyone to play with their little hatchlings.
So you're going to offer to play with the hatchlings. Okay.
Heck yeah.
All right, Quandle, you guys are nearby. You can hear the commotion from up the hall. You can join them, or you can go somewhere else if you'd like.
Has anyone been with this?
Nope. So you're going to try and talk to them, convince them to join? Cool. Barrels, where are you going?
Well, gonna join with Misa.
So you're going to join Misa and play with the hatchlings. All right.
Duskclaw, I mean. I'm looking if any of them look wounded
No, they're not wounded. They're babies.
or sick.
No, they're fine. They're
Okay.
they're just happily living and playing. And all right, and what's over here? What do we got? Oh, 3 of you. All right, where are you going?
This door right here.
That's an empty chamber.
Oh no. What about here?
Empty chamber.
Oh no. Somewhere with someone here.
There's one here.
Oh, there's people here.
So you're gonna go in that room?
Yeah.
What about you, Sweet Pea? You going in that room?
Yep, there's people here.
You could always offer it, Quandle. What about you, Finn?
I don't know where I'm going.
Just go
Everyone
somewhere.
left me. I'll go with with Sweet Pea.
Okay. We're just gonna fast track this. Same spiel. Help us. We help you. Various ways. Blah blah blah. We'll do this room first. Sweet Pea and Finnegan. Yes, Gus. One of you make the check. Finn's gonna roll with advantage. Let's see it. That's pass. Alright, Mark down by himself. Make a roll.
Yay.
16 is a fail.
Oh no.
Let's go over here to the nursery. Who's making the check? Who's help? Oh, okay. Dusk passes. And Quandle?
I want to affect them 50 gold each if they vote in favor of us.
Bribery. Alright, they hold out their hands for the
Can I get
money.
Advantage.
How did I not think of that?
Are you going to pay him?
Yes, I'll pay them.
Alright, subtract 150 gold and you automatically succeed.
That would have been way easier.
Yes,
Funny tough.
yes, you can offer the Lizardfolk gifts. Food gives you a bonus to the roll, and gold you automatically succeeded. But it doesn't matter because at the end 369 at the end of 12 hours, half a day has passed. You were summoned back to Otho Kent's chambers, and as you approach, as you walk your way through the Lizardfolk nest, the hatchlings follow after Dusk and Barrels. They cling to your pant legs. They climb up on your shoulders. They very much enjoyed the outsiders coming and spending time with them. And as yes,
I will use my beast shape transformation to turn into a mastiff.
so they're like riding on you.
Yeah.
All right. So as you enter, you see a great number of the Lizardfolk that you have already talked to in Othoken's chamber. The shaman is there. The warrior, the old soldier is there, and Othoken, as well as many of the others that you've spoken to. And as you enter, you can see that the sight of the hatchlings makes her smile. I have underestimated humans. You come and speak of alliance, and you prove to tribe that you will be friend. You are friendly and gracious to hatchlings. You say that you will destroy the devourer, and you say many things that make sense. Big help to tribe. You are friend. We help Saltmarsh. And we send them, and as two scale shields step forward, they go back to Saltmarsh, speak with council, and we will begin alliance. And that is where we're gonna wrap it up. Now, nope, we gotta go. So you guys will leave the Lizardfolk, head back to Saltmarsh with the Lizardfolk ambassadors, the two scale shields, and the council, very happy, they give you the gold that they promised you in the last session. And for successfully negotiating the alliance between Saltmarsh and the Lizardfolk, each of you receive 1,600 experience.
Wow.
What?
Yes.
Is that a level up?
It should
Not
be.
yet.
Do you want to know the experience reward if you guys went full murder hobo and killed all the Lizardfolk?
Always.
0.
Woo! Good thing I kept that arrow notch.
All right, thank you guys for hanging out. Appreciate you being here. If you enjoyed the stream, make sure you hit the follow button. If you haven't already, join us in the Discord. And sorry to bail so early, but I got other obligations that I have to attend to. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.